No, definitely. And it is really interesting. When it comes to, let's see, what would be your top five recommendations? So this is tough. I'm making it five.
I
All right,
know.
I could cut it down to three. I could cut it
Okay,
down to
let's
three.
do three.
So if you think more than three, then we will go with that. So what would you say is the top? I'll say five, but it can be three recommendations for people that are looking to really ramp up their hair, like want to do something kind of like what you're saying. The people that have been playing it safe for a long time, or maybe they were doing what they thought society expected them to be, and now they're going, hey, I want to represent me.
Right.
What would be the things that you would recommend them to do?
Number one, do your research
And how do they do that?
online
Looking
and
at pictures?
take screenshots so you don't have to go through so you don't have to sit there with your colorist and try to find them on somebody else's Instagram.
Make a folder.
Make a folder, please.
It's almost like being on Pinterest and having your own Pinterest board and have a whole collection of pictures of what you want.
Yeah.
And so go with that. And when looking at the pictures, though, I mean, what recommendations when they're looking at pictures should they be looking at? Is it just the color? Is it the cut? Like, should they be looking at the people's
Should
features?
be the color, the skin tone. And that kind of goes into my number two is ask yourself, is this something that I'm really ready to maintain?
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
So maintenance, I mean, that basically is going to be a conversation with your hairstylist to figure out what it actually is. Because I got to be honest with you, before I was a hairdresser, and I've told this story before, I remember going to my hair colorist and saying, I wanted this, which is a platinum blonde. And she just kind of looked at me and went, oh, no, sweetheart. No. Because she knew me. She knew me, but I didn't understand. I was like, what? I'll do the maintenance. What's that? But I didn't realize.
So good on you.
Thank you. I realize now it was because I was a brunette all my life. I had hair down to my waist. I never really got it cut that much. So she's looking at me like, maintenance, that's not going to happen with you. You're not that person at the time. So when it comes to telling people, are you going to be able to maintain it? I'm thinking with blondes, I mean, what would you say is the maintenance for blondes?
Well, it depends on what their roots are. It depends on what their roots are looking like. With the color melt, you can be really blonde, and if you have the right depth painted in at the root area, then they can go a lot longer in between touch-ups.
And if it's red, red's a big one too, because everybody's like, oh, red, it's so vibrant. And yes, I understand it's a good daring, but like I have a friend that has red, and let's talk about what our pillowcase looks like.
Yeah, exactly. And reds can fade. The vibrancy can fade.
Yeah. Actually, for our viewers, red is one of those colors that actually the color molecules drain from the hair quicker than probably any other color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you could have a brunette with a red undertone, and eventually they're going to be like, well, why did all that vibrancy from the red disappear? But I have this brunette, this dishwater brunette.
Right.
Because red disappears real quick. So there's maintenance with that, not just with going into your hairdresser, but also at home and making sure you're not washing hair too much, right products and whatnot.
Yes.
So, okay, so that was two. You have you owe me at least one more. So someone trying to find their personal style, they're going to look for pictures. They're going to think about the maintenance.
At-home maintenance. At-home maintenance is super important. And that's where you get Olaplex numbers 0, 3 through 7. 3
Definitely.
through 8 now coming up.
I know, right? Yeah, 0 through 8 to really take care of your hair and make sure it's strong.
I prescribe to my clients what they should be using. I use the word prescribe. So I'm not just recommending, because prescribe has a much stronger connotation, a much stronger, you need to use what I'm saying.
No, that makes sense. And especially since, in all honesty, we often say that, like, really, hair care has always been just shampoo and conditioner, right? I mean, for the most part, shampoo, conditioner, and really, in all honesty, it is a lot like skincare. There's processes, there's steps, there's things that your hair needs that you gotta be able to add to it or take care of. So in many ways, the Olaplex has become that. You know, it's become the skincare of hair care. So yes, then you can have high maintenance hair color.
Yes, we love high maintenance that feels low maintenance.
So